By standing motionless, they're trying to be invisible. Is this what they mean by acting chicken?
Did I do something?
Jeannie Mose, CNN.
What the?
New York.
Oh my God!
I'd be a little concerned.
I would definitely be concerned. All of them just freezing
Yes.
at the exact same time.
Well, and when there's food available,
yeah.
yeah, dogs don't care if there's a hawk.
No.
There's food.
They said, I don't want to be food. Give us a second.
There you go, exactly. Quick look outside, everyone. Let's get you ready for your Wednesday.
Plus, there's been an update in the Kennewick Police's search for the man suspected of murdering his brother-in-law Monday. And increased water standards from the EPA is causing some Washington state employers to take legal action. Good Morning Northwest continues right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest on your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. It is 6 o'clock.
I think this is the third day in a row.
It's very exciting. Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Good Wednesday morning to you, Riley.
Thank you, Jason.
Always good to have you with us. And we are looking at warm, wet Wednesday on the way. Can we think of any more W's?
Windy
tomorrow. Windy this morning for Yakima. Very
there we
good.
go.
I love it. So we have 4 W's to talk about.
Maybe wonderful as well.
Let's say it. Incredible. Let's take a look outside. And folks, we are looking at a very calm morning for some of our areas, but windy for Yakima. That'll settle down. But we're also seeing foggy conditions in Ellensburg. Right now, shower activity going through most of our areas, save for the Blues and parts of the Mid-Columbia. Tri-Cities just right there on the edge of the shower system going through. We're going to see off and on showers again today. Some more a little sustained as we get to our early evening hours. And then we're going to see just scattered showers tomorrow and then maybe a bit of a break on Friday. And the Blue Mountain region is going to take a little while to get to you, and Hermiston as well, though a little bit's gone through Hermiston. So off and on showers today, highs a little bit less than yesterday, but still well above our average, mid to lower 50s for most of our cities. Could even see a little bit of a sunbreak as we saw yesterday in many of our cities. Walla Walla, you're the warm spot, as well as Pendleton in the upper 50s. So what do we got today? Wet, warm, windy for your Wednesday, foggy Ellensburg region, and cooler weekend ahead. Let me get you ready for all of that. My first alert weather forecast is coming up in about 10 minutes.
The man police believed is responsible for the killing of a Kennewick man Monday is dead. Authorities say Adam Clay was found dead in some vegetation in the Elliott Lake neighborhood in southeast Kennewick. Several law enforcement agencies responded to the area near Ben Blair Pond after it was reported seeing a person matching Clay's description in the area. When authorities got to the scene, they say Clay had already gone into hiding near the canyon there. Officers encountered a male in the large outdoor wooded area who matched Clay's description and began giving him commands to take him into custody. While refusing to comply with the commands, Clay fired several rounds in the direction of the officers. Additional resources, including SWAT, responded to the area in a further attempt to take Clay safely into custody.
As we called in our regional partners here to contain him and bring this to a resolution, we were able to eventually get down to where he was safely. And we found that it appears at this point that he has died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Obviously, we will have to wait for autopsy and other investigation, which will be ongoing from this point forward.
Clay was suspected of killing his brother-in-law, Travis Kitchen, of Kennewick. Kitchen was shot Monday morning on Jean Street and died at the scene. The Special Investigations Unit will be taking over the investigation into what happened. The Washington State Patrol is planning to dedicate its new forensic laboratory this week. Spanning more than 11,000 feet, the new lab is located in Federal Way in western Washington. It cost $4.5 million to create, according to State Patrol. A total of 7 people will be hired to work in the new building, 4 technical and 3 administrative positions. When it's fully up and running, WSP expects the new lab will further reduce the backlog of genetic evidence. According to the chief of the State Patrol, demand has exceeded capacity. The new lab will reduce turnaround testing times to between 60 and 90 days. In late 2022, the EPA overturned the 2016 water quality standards they and the state of Washington agreed to, saying they weren't high enough, and introduced a new rule featuring significantly higher standards. But Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tells us the business community in Washington state is pushing back on the rule.
Employer groups in Washington state have now filed a federal lawsuit over those water quality standards, saying in some cases those standards aren't even measurable, let alone achievable. The lawsuit was filed by the Association of Washington Businesses, the Northwest Pulp and Paper Association, American Forest and Paper Association, Greater Spokane Inc., and Food Northwest. In it, they say the problem with the EPA's metric is it measures the risk pollutants pose to humans based on people most frequently exposed to it, like tribal members who depend on fish as a primary source of food, instead of the general population. They also claim that the EPA standard for the pollutants known as PCBs, at 7 parts per quadrillion, is so low that modern technology can't even detect it at those levels. And even if they could, they say there's not a treatment businesses could apply to their water that would bring it down to that level. And while the EPA rule says it's not going to cost businesses, the lawsuit claims businesses will end up bearing the burden of billions of dollars in compliance costs if they're required to meet a standard they don't currently have the equipment or technology to meet. The lawsuit also claims that since the rule took effect, neither the EPA nor the Washington State Department of Ecology has provided any implementation tools to help public or private entities in complying with the new rule. The Association of Washington Businesses says if their lawsuit is successful, it'll result in the court overturning the 2022 rule and reinstating those 2016 water quality standards for Washington State. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
The Pacific Northwest had some increasingly rainy weather that's caused some dangerous conditions across the region. Monday, floodwaters in Portland led to a man drowning after emergency crews could not rescue him. People witnessed the man struggling in a creek. A friend of the man says he was helping homeless campers in the area when he got too close to the water. The Clackamas Fire Department sent swift water rescue boats, but they hit debris and were forced to retreat.
The water became very turbulent there, and each of those crafts kind of flipped. All the rescuers were able to self-rescue and get out of the water, and everybody was safe. But even those teams that train regularly for incidents like this, it was more than they could handle.
Heavy rains have been hitting western Oregon for days, and more is expected to come. There are 3 separate events this week designed to help those struggling to find affordable food this winter. Second Harvest will be distributing food boxes in Toppenish today, Thursday in Yakima, and Friday in Ellensburg. There will be about 250 boxes available at each event, and it's first come, first served. It's the 14th year Washington's beef community and Second Harvest have partnered up to do beef counts, mobile drive-through distribution events that give people in need more than just produce and non-perishables.
Protein is really, really important, and it's getting harder to get a hold of. So another thing that really makes this partnership so valuable to us is just the consistency and the reliability.
The first event kicks off today from 10 a.m. to noon at Legends Casino in Toppenish. STCU and Apple Valley News Now want your help in finding community volunteers in Benton and Franklin counties who go that extra step to help us all. Please nominate someone like this by clicking on the Contests tab at applevalleynewsnow.com. From your nominations, we choose volunteers to profile, and STCU awards his or her organization a $1,000 donation. Thank you, and a big thanks to all volunteers who help make our community stronger, and to STCU. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
We have a warm morning this morning, and we have quite a bit of wind in Yakima, fog in Ellensburg, and more shower activity on the way. Let me get you ready for your Wednesday and my first alert weather forecast coming right up.
Plus, the holidays can take a toll on your mental health, and in order to protect it, you may have to have some potentially difficult conversations with family and friends.
There's more to life than the car you drive. It's the smell of fresh air and thrill of the outdoors. the celebration of life, and the family that lives it with you. It's those little moments you wish would never end. Whether you need room for 8 or enough torque for your weekend escape, no matter what your adventure, Corwin Ford will help you get there. Corwin Ford, family driven for over 100 years.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Good thing my Rogue has intelligent all-wheel drive.
So does my Altima.
Now get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on Rogue and get up to $1,000 a year in bonus cash on popular models. Better hurry. These offers won't be back in stock.
Where's the most mouth-watering pizza and best salad bar in town? Well, Hubby's Pizza, of course. And with a lunch special starting as low as $10.49 for a 2-topping Pee-wee pizza and a medium drink, why go anywhere else? Delicious, mouth-watering food with only the freshest ingredients. It's lunchtime and I'm going to Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years.
Give the gift of beautiful skin this season with skincare products from Prosser Memorial Health's Dermatology Center. Choose from a variety of dermatologist-approved products proven to fight the harsh winter cold, target fine lines and wrinkles, and treat acne. Give the gift of healthier skin this holiday with luxurious skincare products from the Dermatology Center. Order online today at prosserhealth.org. Happy holidays.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at US Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now. Extra, extra.
Welcome back, everyone, on this Wednesday morning. Well, the holiday season is well underway, and many may be feeling some stress, whether it concerns affording gifts, discussing current politics with loved ones, or dealing with prickly family members. Health experts say setting boundaries is important. Mandy Gaither explains just how to do that.
It's that time of year again, but before taking on what the holidays throw at you, make sure you're also taking care of your mental health.
A lot of times we don't want to talk about boundaries because we think it's negative or that we shouldn't need them. But the reality is healthy relationships have very good boundaries and they're very clear and understood by both people.
Licensed therapist Jody Baumstein says setting boundaries can be uncomfortable. So first, recognize your triggers.
Thinking in advance, is there something that regularly happens that doesn't sit well with you or that feels like a violation?
Before a get-together, Baumstein says to get ahead of triggers by making people aware of them beforehand.
In the heat of the moment is not the time to bring it up because the reality is we aren't our calm, rational selves. We're emotional and we're heightened.
Next, if your boundary is crossed, have a plan. But Baumstein says to remember, we only have control over ourselves.
If somebody brings something up that you've repeatedly said is off limits, you can't stop them from doing it, but you can decide that you're going to shut down the conversation or you're going to leave because this is really about you having peace and protecting yourself.
I'm Mandy Gaither.
Baumstein says it's important for children to see their parents set down boundaries so they can learn to do the same in their own lives. Coming up, the director of the FBI is issuing a stark warning saying the U.S. is facing the highest threat of a terrorist attack in years. And I'll return with your first alert weather forecast. More wetness, more warmth. Let me get you ready for your Wednesday. We've made it to midweek, folks. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
If you missed out on getting a McRib in the past, here's your chance to get one before you miss out again. The McRib returns. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Come see Kimberly Perry of the Grammy Award-winning trio The Band Perry live in concert. Friday, January 12th, Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish. Hear hits like If I Die Young and Better Dig 2, as well as new music from Kimberly's new solo EP, Super Bloom. Buy your tickets now at Ticketmaster and Legends Casino Gift Shop. Don't miss Kimberly Perry at Legends Casino Hotel Toppenish, Friday, January 12th.
Enjoy nature with McBee Mountain being a short hike away, and return to Anilari, where every sip of wine showcases Washington's beautiful terroir. Try one of Anilari's house-made pizzas where creativity and unique flavors change seasonally to pair with their delicious full-bodied wines. Take in the views of Red Mountain and experience the true meaning of farm to table, showcasing the fruit of the land and their efforts. Make your reservation to visit Anilari Winery today.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich. With fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion, or bacon, or sausage, well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Stacy Lee, her father's family homesteaded near Dayton more than 100 years ago. She moved to the Tri-Cities to start a career in broadcasting in the 90s and has called it home ever since. Stacy Lee, Apple Valley News Now First Alert Weather. She's local.
Our local experience is the difference.
And on your side.
Anybody here from New Jersey?
Next live, Shannon Doherty from her new podcast, Let's Be Clear. Plus, Ariana Maddox.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier. From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Hope you're enjoying it so far. A little bit of everything this morning. We're seeing some warm temperatures. We've seen quite a bit of shower activity come through most of our areas, save for the Blues. Blues has been left out despite a little bit of scattered showers. Even Hermiston hasn't seen too much, but the Tri-Cities right on the edge there. Prosser seeing some heavy cells coming through, heavy cells through Connell, seeing pretty consistent shower activity. Ellensburg through Toppenish. So more shower activity is expected today. Here's what we expect as we move on in the next hours or so. We just expect more showers for the Mid-Columbia and the Yakima Valley. Then it's going to fan out into the Blue Mountain region as we get to our evening hours. Then we're going to see more scattered showers as we head into our overnight period into our Thursday. So a little bit less, and that's going to continue into our Thursday itself, and Friday looking at some clearing, though we could see a little bit of snow, resulting in a little bit of rain-snow mix for Walla Walla and Pendleton. We're keeping an eye on that. Then showers to rain-snow mix will return on our Saturday. Now currently we are warm, 54 for Yakima leading the way, 53 Prosser, quite a lot of 50s to upper 40s. Ellensburg, you're still lagging a little behind at 34, still above that freezing level. Now, we're around 10 degrees above our averages for today. We're going to slowly lose temperatures towards our weekend. By Saturday, we're going to be just below, Sunday just above, and then cooler in our next work week as we're seeing cooler temperatures start to take grip very soon. So enjoy these warmer temperatures while you can. We do have a dense fog advisory until noon for Ellensburg, and good reason. We have 20% visibility right now in Ellensburg, getting just a touch better than it was an hour ago. If you're heading into the west side of the state, do get ready for quite a bit of fog, 60% visibility, so patchy fog in the Tri-Cities area as well. So winds finally starting to slow down. We were seeing heavy winds in the Yakima. Right now, 10-mile-per-hour winds, light winds throughout the rest of our areas. We do expect to see winds right around this rate for today. But as we get into tomorrow, 15 to 25-mile-per-hour winds are expected. Then they'll slow right back down into our weekend. So I do expect fog and possibly air quality issues to crop up again. So Our highs today, we're right in those mid to lower 50s for Toppenish, Yakima, Ellensburg at 47. So just a touch off yesterday, mid to lower 50s for the entirety of the Mid-Columbia. In the Blue Mountain region, right in those upper 50s. 7-day forecast. All right, let's go. We're right in those 40s, mid 40s, Thursday, Friday. 37 with that chance of AM rain snow mix. Overnight lows taking quite the dip. We're just above it tonight and then below it starting Thursday late night into our next work week and just cooling down into our next work week. I'm getting choked up about all the wind. So we're looking at, again, light rain for today, tomorrow, more scattered tomorrow, and then some clearing Friday and shower activity expected Saturday and cooler temperatures next week. Walla Walla could even see some rain snow mix early on Friday with that snow coming into the upper elevations of the Blues. And looks like we'll be a little bit drier next week, though we do have a chance of some showers with those very cool temperatures. So for today, staying very warm for all of our areas, at least 10 degrees above our averages. Scattered showers to sustained showers into our evening hours. More just scattered showers tomorrow. It looks like we'll be a little bit clearer but cooler by Friday and the weekend.
FBI Director Christopher Wray had a stark warning for lawmakers during a hearing on Capitol Hill, testifying about a specific surveillance program. Wray sounded alarm bells about the possibility of terror attacks in the U.S. ABC's Liz Landers has more.
FBI Director Christopher Wray on Capitol Hill with a stark warning for Americans about the current terror threat level in the U.S.
I've never seen a time where all the threats, or so many of the threats, are all elevated all at exactly the same time.
Threats to the U.S. are at an all-time high with the war raging between Israel and Hamas. A number of terror groups, including ISIS and Al-Qaeda, are using social media to call for attacks, including here in the U.S.
Given the steady drumbeat of calls for attacks by foreign terrorist organizations since October 7th, we're working around the clock to identify and disrupt potential attacks by those inspired by Hamas's horrific terrorist attacks in Israel.
Wray also urging Congress to renew a key U.S. spy program that would have major consequences if it expires at the end of this month. Section 702 of the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act allows the U.S. government to collect, without search warrants, the communications of targeted foreigners outside the country. Wray saying its expiration would be like unilateral disarmament in the current threat environment.
702 is key to our ability to detect a foreign terrorist organization overseas directing an operative here to carry out an attack in our own backyard.
Republicans and Democrats alike have criticized the spying ability that it grants, which has ensnared U.S. citizens and their data as part of surveillance of foreign targets.
Wray also addressed other current threats to the United States like human trafficking and drug smuggling, saying that in the last 2 years, the FBI seized enough fentanyl to kill 270 million people. Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville of Alabama is ending his blockade of hundreds of military promotions. Tuberville has single-handedly held up the confirmations of more than 350 top Pentagon nominees since February. It was a political move to oppose a Pentagon reproductive rights policy. Tuberville claims Congress never voted on or appropriated money for the abortion policy. He also said his blockade saw some success, but it really didn't work the way he had hoped. But Tuberville isn't lifting his hold on all the nominees. Less than a dozen four-star promotions are still in limbo.
I'm releasing everybody. I still got a hold on, I think, 11 four-star generals. Everybody else is completely released from me. Now, somebody else might, I think there's a few other people got holds on 1 or 2 or 3 people. But other than that, it's over.
Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer says the promotions could be confirmed by Tuesday afternoon. When we return on Good Morning Northwest, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means. It's time for another installment of Operation Best Friend. This week's subject, looking for his forever home, is Bart.
Navigating a real estate transaction can be overwhelming. from finding the right property to navigating the closing process. That's why a successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process, an in-house marketing team to maximize your home's exposure, transaction coordinators to ensure accuracy throughout the transaction, and a network of local industry experts. With Windermere on your side, you can have peace of mind and confidence in your real estate journey.
Everybody in the Tri-Cities has been to a Hubby's Pizza Party, right? You haven't? Acquire the Hubby's habit and book your party today. Delicious, mouth-watering food made with only the freshest ingredients. It's party time at Hubby's Pizza, a hometown favorite for nearly 45 years. Book your party today.
Cheeseburger Lovers deal is back. 2 single cheeseburgers for only $5, or 2 double cheeseburgers for just $7? For real? Oh, tell me it's as good as it looks. Deal this good speaks for itself, I guess. But you better get it before it's gone. DQ, happy tastes good.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors King and Kopstein for a free live webinar this Thursday at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Good thing my Rogue has intelligent all-wheel drive.
So does my Altima.
Now get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on Rogue and get up to $1,000 a year in bonus cash on popular models. Better hurry. These offers won't be back in stock.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Welcome back. It's now time for Operation Best Friend, where we get the pleasure of introducing you to a pet that's up for adoption at a local shelter. Danielle McDonald joins us with Mikey's Chance, and she brings us Bart. So can you tell me a little bit about Bart and what kind of family he would fit best in?
Well, Bart is almost 2. He'll be 2 in February of 24. And he is a pit mix. You can see he's a tripod, but it doesn't slow him down at all. And he came to Mikey's through no fault of his own, but he's been in boarding since September. So we are really, really searching and hoping to find the right person that can foster him, or foster to adopt, or however that works out. And his best fit, he has lived with multiple dogs and cats before, so that is a possibility. It's just that because he's been in boarding for a while, it would need to be a slow introduction to make sure it's a good fit. Or if it's someone that has no other pets, that's certainly a great fit too. So.
Gotcha. And as you mentioned, he's got 3 legs. Can you tell me a little bit about what you know and how he got into that condition?
I think it was in September of 22. His foot got caught in something and he was severely injured. By the time his family was able to take him to the vet, it had been it was too far gone basically, and his leg needed to be amputated.
Gotcha. And how long has he been with Mikey's Chance for?
Since September of 22.
Gotcha.
So he was fostered for about a year, but the foster needed to be able to start traveling kind of on last minute notice, and that is hard to do with the foster dog. So he ended up back with Mikey's, but because all of our fosters are full, he has been in boarding.
Gotcha. And you say you take him on many, many walks. Can you tell me any fun stories or quirks about him?
I love him so much. He is the sweetest dog. His quirks are whenever I walk him out of the veterinarian office, because that's where he's boarded, he guns it for a car. He literally just wants to get in a vehicle and go for a ride. And he loves pup cups. He's had a couple of those. But I would say that's his cutest little quirk, is that he just wants to get in a car.
For sure. And if someone wants to get interested in in fostering or potentially adopting Bart, how would they go about doing that?
They just need to go to mikeyschance.com. There is a foster and also an adoption application. And if they have any questions that they want to ask prior to that, they can email mikeyschance@gmail.com.
All right. And we should mention that whoever ends up adopting the pet that we feature here on Operation Best Friend, in this case Bart, will receive a $50 gift card to Paws Natural Pet Emporium. So if you're looking for a new best friend, Bart right here might fit just right with your family. He's located with Mikey's Chance. Danielle and Bart, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having us.
All right. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we take a look at the top headlines from across the nation.
When you need legal help, trust Quantum Legal. In football, your team can have a bad season. In real life, when you are having a bad season, you can call Quantum Legal. We're here for you in times of trouble, whether you need assistance with criminal defense, personal injury, or have been injured on the job. And with tens of millions of dollars collected on behalf of clients, we will find the best solution for your situation. Call us today at 509-783-5551 or visit us online at quantumlegal.com.
Whitman Hill Winery, creating highly sought-after wines from our estate-grown vineyard. Our wine club is the gift that gives all year long, with wine shipped to your door, complimentary tastings, invites to special events, and more. Whitman Hill Wine Club. Join the family and watch us grow.
Hard to wrap, easy to give. Right now, save $20 on the BGA 57 handheld battery blower. Find something for everyone on your list. Find yours at SteelDealers.com.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Sponsored locally by Prosser Memorial Health. Learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
This Christmas, give the kids a gift of fun at the 2024 Benton Franklin Fair. This package includes a full day of carnival rides, a youth admission ticket for kids ages 6 to 12, and a cuddly stuffed animal, all for only $30. That's a savings of $15. Available now until Christmas Eve at Kennewick Ranch and Home or the fair office in Pasco. Quantities are limited, so don't wait. Happy holidays from everyone at the Benton Franklin Fair.
Magical moments, snowy adventures, warming up, making memories, a winter wonderland. The perfect close-by getaway this winter is Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Find countless ways to play and plan your escape at cdawinter.com.
Check out the Ellensburg Bull. Cap gave you local news at 6 Tuesday.
The battle over immigration policy is threatening to derail President Biden's request for billions of dollars for Ukraine's fight against Russia. And the Supreme Court is hearing a case that could make it harder for Congress to tax the rich.
And more warm and wet weather with some fog and cooler conditions on the way. I'll get you prepared in my first alert weather forecast.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good morning, Northwest. On your side.
Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm Riley Fitzgerald.
And I'm Jason Valentine. Welcome to Wednesday. We got the W's. It's wet. It's warm. Not as windy, but windy tomorrow. So, a lot of dubs. Good morning to you, Riley.
Good morning, Jason.
And it was nice. We've walked out last week. All last week, it was around or below freezing.
Yes.
Chilly. Today, it was mid-50s when I was walking outside, so it was very nice. Let's take a look outside. And folks, we are calm throughout most of our areas. We even have a dense fog advisory for the Ellensburg area, 20% visibility there. We do have shower activity through much of our area, though it looks like it's about to take a little bit of a break. But we have pretty sustained showers, especially into our afternoon, early evening. Then we'll see more scattered showers into our Thursday. Blue Mountain region, though, not seeing much shower activity for the past couple of hours, if not the past 12. So getting a little left out, but you'll be seeing shower activity there as well. So our highs today, mid to lower 50s for much of our cities, upper 40s, for Ellensburg. We're about 10 or so degrees above our average. Again, spotty showers this morning and then more sustained showers into our afternoon, early evening. Then they'll break up by quite a bit overnight into tomorrow, but still some showers on the way, upper 50s for Walla Walla. So we are going to cool down towards our weekend. Foggy Ellensburg, wet and warm today and this morning. All of your first alert weather forecast that's coming up in about 10 minutes.
We turn now to the southern border. More desperate scenes amid a new surge in migrant crossings, overwhelming border authorities. And now the issue is holding up more funding for the war in Ukraine. ABC's Lionel Moise explains.
This morning, new concerns on the southern border as more migrants risk their lives to enter the U.S. In California, tent cities are popping up in the small town of Jacumba Hot Springs. Migrants are climbing through a small opening where the border wall ends, and now a policy change in Mexico threatens to escalate this crisis. The Mexican government, citing budget issues, has suspended migrant deportations and transfers, meaning it will no longer move migrants south from the country's northern border with the U.S., prompting more migrants to take their chances at crossing. The issue is taking center stage in Washington as Congress considers more funding for the war in Ukraine. Republicans are refusing to approve more aid for Ukraine unless changes are made at the border.
We have to effect real policy change at the border, and that is a necessary condition to anything we do going forward.
Republicans call it a national security issue, voicing concern not just about migrants from Latin America, but also from other countries, including China. A closed-door briefing among senators yesterday erupting in chaos with reports of screaming.
It was a very tense meeting. It was a very tense meeting. Chuck Schumer tried to shut down anybody who raised the border issue.
One of them was disrespectful and started screaming at one of the generals and challenging him to why he didn't go to the border.
The White House argues not funding Ukraine will only help Vladimir Putin. As for the border crisis here at home, more than 8,000 migrants were apprehended Monday alone. Border authorities say they're overwhelmed. The Supreme Court is hearing a case about taxing the rich, which could have sweeping ramifications for the existing tax code. Depending how the case plays out, it could make it harder for Congress to tax the uber wealthy. The case centers on Charles and Kathleen Moore, who were investors in an India-based company. They were hit with a one-time $15,000 tax bill because of a provision in the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. The Moores argue they shouldn't be taxed because the company's profits were reinvested and they never received any income from it. The justices could limit their decision to just this measure, but any ruling in favor of the Moores could inject a lot of uncertainty in the nation's current tax code. Jason Valentine returns now with a look at your morning weather forecast.
My goodness, we have more wetness and we have warmth for your Wednesday. I'll get you ready for all of that in my first alert weather forecast coming right up.
Plus, what's old is new again, as a 1958 holiday hit has made it to #1 on the Billboard charts for the first time.
Season's greetings from everyone at Apple Valley News Now.
Shannon Doherty, adored, loved by millions. Now this morning on GMA, her brave fight and remarkable journey. What she wants you to know now. Shannon Doherty, the powerful and emotional must-see new interview. Good Morning America, live this morning.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months, plus save up to $800.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
For 600 different cigars and 120 fine pipe tobaccos, it's The Educated Cigar. For every cigar rated 96 and higher by Cigar Aficionado, it's The Educated Cigar. For 200 accessories, including dozens of humidors and fine pipes, it's The Educated Cigar. At The Educated Cigar, you can enjoy your favorite adult beverage and food from the on-site bar and restaurant while smoking and viewing the big game. Family owned and operated since 1998, open 7 days a week.
Happy holidays from Queensgate Gardens. With family in town, it's time to decorate your tree. Visit Queensgate Gardens today to build your own Christmas ornaments. Tell Santa Claus what's on your list and create holiday memories that will last forever. For this season's holiday cheer, visit Queensgate Gardens.
Prosser Memorial Health orthopedic surgeon Dr. Jeffrey B. Higgs is now seeing patients at Prosser Orthopedic Center, providing sports medicine and orthopedic care. His services include arthroscopic surgery, sports injuries treatment, shoulder instability, rotator cuff and replacement surgery, knee reconstruction, and more. To schedule an appointment with Dr. Higgs, call Prosser Orthopedic Center at 509-786-5599 or learn more at prosserhealth.org. This is how we care.
Whether you celebrate holiday road trips in a Cadillac CT5, promising festive joy around every corner, or unexpected cheer in a Cadillac CT4. This holiday season, Cadillac is celebrating you.
Get 2.9% APR plus $500 purchase allowance on most 2024 Cadillac CT4 and CT5 models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
It's a small city with a big history, with one very unique house.
They're local artists, and they have transformed their home into an amazing reflector art display.
Ellensburg, Fly the Northwest, Tuesday on CatKBU Local News at 6.
Anybody here from New Jersey?
Next live, Shannon Doherty from her new podcast, Let's Be Clear, plus Ariana Maddox.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
An old Christmas classic is taking over the charts. Brenda Lee's Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree is #1 on the Billboard Hot 100 songs for the very first time.
There she is. The 1958 holiday anthem is seeing a resurgence with nearly 35 million streams and 21 million radio plays so far this year.
Ooh. Lee was just 13 years old when she recorded Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree.
Wow.
Ahead of the song's 65th anniversary, she dropped an official music video featuring country singers Tanya Tucker and Trisha Yearwood.
And don't worry, the queen of Christmas, Mariah Carey, is still dominating the charts.
As she
All
should.
I Want for Christmas Is You came in at #2. So, I have a hot take for you.
Okay, go
I have
for
a
it.
get off my lawn take for you. This is neat. It's cute, but it's just an indictment on how music today is garbage.
Oh.
It's garbage. No,
Interesting.
obviously there's good music, but this is not a good sign for the music industry.
I wonder how it has reached. Is it just the amount of plays that it got to the top 100?
Well, you said you saw it on TikTok,
Yes,
right?
I did see it on
So
TikTok.
maybe it's just gotten popular through that. I don't
Yeah.
know. You never know.
Viral songs become trending, and
Yes.
then you hear them all over.
A 65-year-old viral song. Unbelievable. All right, folks, I'll get less cranky and off my lawn in my future forecast. I got your first alert weather forecast coming up next.
The NCAA president has proposed rule changes that would allow Division I schools for the first time to pay their athletes in ways that are not tied to educational resources. That's next on Good Morning Northwest.
In the heart of Tri-Cities wine country, you'll find the Goose Ridge Richland Tasting Room. Located in the center of our vineyards is an opportunity to enjoy life through wines, hard ciders, Monson Ranch spirits, light bites, and live music at Goose Ridge. More than you'd expect, more than just a winery.
Throw away your distance and reading glasses. Join Doctors King and Kopstein for a free live webinar this Thursday at noon and find out if RLE is right for you. K2 Vision RLE. No glasses, no contacts, no readers.
This may look like a holiday shopping showdown, but it's a Nissan sales event ad. Good thing my Rogue has intelligent all-wheel drive.
So does my Altima.
Now get 2.9% APR financing for 60 months on Rogue and get up to $1,000 a year in bonus cash on popular models. Better hurry. These offers won't be back in stock.
At US Cellular, anyone can get any phone free. So give yourself a free phone.
She's here.
Then give yourself the gift of not checking it. The gift of connection at US Cellular. New and current customers get any phone free.
I'm ready, baby. My first spin ever. Here we go.
Great to be here.
I can see the excitement just bubbling over.
If I pay cash, are the valves cheaper?
Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, new tonight on ABC.
Next ET, our Shannon Doherty exclusive. Plus, only we're with the cast of Mean Girls. Then,
E.T., welcome to Hawaii.
the cast of NCIS Hawaii enters its LL era. Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Shelby's Floral, your homegrown neighbor with worldwide connections for over 45 years. Shelby's, more than just a flower shop, specializing in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, home decor, and all things Christmas. We're unique and we're here for all of life's occasions. Shelby's Floral at the corner of Clearwater and Edison in Kennewick. Stop by today and let our experienced designers help you with all of your floral needs. Shelby's Floral.
From Washington Broadband, where we construct high-speed internet, fiber, cable, and wireless all year round. From us to you,
Merry Christmas! Feliz Navidad!
A portion of the news is sponsored by Kubota.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Jason Valentine.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. We have some light out there, and we're going to see quite a bit of cloud coverage today. Maybe a bit of sun breaks like we saw yesterday for some of our cities. Still more shower activity rumbling on through. It looks like the worst of it is over. We had quite a few heavy cells coming through Connell. It's starting to move a little bit to the west and starting to diminish as well. But we have more shower activity on the way today. Now, the Blue Mountain region, they've been left out last 12 hours or so. Still maybe a little bit of shower activity, but nothing like we've seen for the Yakima Valley and the Mid-Columbia. As we head into our morning hours, still fanning out into more of the Yakima Valley, into the Mid-Columbia, and then more of the blues will be involved as we get to our evening hours, even some heavy cells. Then as we get to our overnight period, more scattered showers throughout our areas, nothing truly sustained. And then by Thursday itself, we'll be seeing again maybe a scattered shower or two, but much less sustained showers. We do have some upper elevation snow coming into the blues Friday morning. That could translate to a little bit of rain snow mix for Pendleton and Walla Walla. We're keeping a close eye on that. So a little bit more shower activity today, and then kind of calming down as we head into our next couple of days. So there we go. Temperatures are remaining right around the 50-degree mark for most of our cities, save for Ellensburg. You're at 35. You also have a dense fog advisory, which is, well, keeping those warmer temperatures away. Our temperature trend, we're 10 degrees above our average for most of our cities. We're going to slowly be less warm into Friday and then below or above our average as we move into the next couple of days, and below our average as we head into our next work week. So cooler conditions on the way. Enjoy the heat while you can. Dense fog advisory until noon, and for good reason. We've been around 10 to 20% visibility. We're now at 40% visibility, so getting a little better. Very thick fog if you're heading into the Cascades. Our other areas, maybe a little patchy fog in Tri-Cities. Other than that, looking All right. So as we move along in our morning hours, we had some heavy winds about an hour ago in Yakima, Toppenish, down to around 10. This is about the wind speed we expect to see today. Tomorrow, 15 to 25 mile per hour winds are expected. So quite a bit of blustery conditions along with those scattered showers. But then slowing down as we head into our weekend, I do expect to see more fog and more air quality issues. Here's our highs today, mid to lower 50s, upper 40s for our areas, as we're just a touch cooler than yesterday, mid to lower 50s for the entirety of the mid-Columbia, and in the lovely Blue Mountain region, upper 50s. 7-day forecast for Yakima, we're at the mid 40s tomorrow and Friday, and rain snow mix possible on your Saturday morning. Overnight lows below the freezing mark, not starting tonight, but starting Thursday night. Cooler next week. In the Tri-Cities area, going to be warm through Friday, cooler on Saturday. Looks like showers will return Saturday after a break Thursday evening into Friday. And overnight lows mostly above the freezing level. In Walla Walla, more shower activity on the way, even a little rain snow mix possible early on Friday. So do get ready for a warm Wednesday ahead. More wetness on the way, especially in your late morning to early afternoon hours. More scattered showers and a bit cooler for your Thursday tomorrow.
We turn now to a groundbreaking new proposal that could forever change college sports, injecting more money into the competition, more money for the student athletes.
This morning, the NCAA is out with a game-changing proposal that would allow certain schools to pay college athletes for the first time. In a letter to Division I schools, NCAA President Charlie Baker proposes creating a new subdivision that would allow participating programs to offer compensation to athletes.
This has been a long time coming. There has been a crescendo over the last, say, several years, and certainly over the last decade, where it became something where people were calling everywhere from all corners of the sports world. You've got to give athletes some of the money.
Under the proposal, schools would now be allowed to enter lucrative name, image, and likeness deals with athletes. They'd also be required to invest a minimum of $30,000 per athlete each year into a trust fund for at least half their athletes. That investment would have to adhere to Title IX, meaning equal distribution for men and women.
That is, I think, a very strong statement about the value of women athletes and women's sports that will trickle down all the way from the colleges, all the way to that 5-year-old girl starting to play soccer, or that 12-year-old girl playing volleyball, or that 15-year-old girl playing basketball, that they will understand that there is value in what they're doing.
The idea already catching on. A top official at Ohio State University saying he's 100% supportive. What remains to be seen is the potential impact the proposal would have on smaller schools that may not have the financial capacity to participate.
For the next few weeks and months, every university will go back, their president, their athletic director, and they'll start to evaluate what they can and cannot do. Not only what they have financially, but also what ethically they want to do.
Andrew Dimbert, ABC News, New York.
The NCAA president has not elaborated on a time frame for moving forward with this proposal. In the end, NCAA schools would have to approve any changes. We'll be right back with the morning sprint and a final check on your forecast, but first a look at what's ahead on Good Morning America.
In this morning's GMA First Look, it's the type of scam that costs American car buyers over $1 billion a year, rolling back the odometer.
To have it happen to you, it's kind of like a slap in the face.
Paul Burrows from Iowa paid $10,000 for this 2015 Audi A6 to a private owner in Chicago, thinking it only had 66,000 miles. But when he registered the car with the state, he discovered the truth.
The mileage has been altered. That car has 185,000 miles on it and not 66,000 miles on it.
As we discovered, it only takes minutes to cheat. And this morning, we're about to show you a demonstration of just how easily it can happen.
And you just tell it a new number.
That's it. Hit enter, and you'll see mileage will go change, 43,000 miles on it.
It's all coming up at 7 a.m. with your GMA First Look. I'm Steve Osinsami, ABC News, Atlanta.
Travel, there is nothing like it. Dancing is my passion. But with my moderate to severe eczema, it hasn't always been easy. I was constantly itching, whatever I was doing. Now, I'm staying ahead of my eczema.
There's a power inside all of us to live our passion, and Dupixent works on the inside to help heal your skin from within. It helps block a key source of inflammation inside the body that can cause eczema, so adults can have long-lasting, clearer skin and fast itch relief. Serious allergic reactions can occur that can be severe. Tell your doctor about new or worsening eye problems such as eye pain or vision changes, including blurred vision, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines without talking to your doctor.
Healing from within is a powerful thing.
Ask your eczema specialist how Dupixent can help heal your skin from within.
Now, the morning sprint.
Time right now is 6:53. We're going to get to your first alert forecast in just a moment, but we begin with a look at this morning's top stories. The man police believed is responsible for the killing of a Kennewick man Monday is dead. Authorities say Adam Clay was found dead in some vegetation in the Elliott Lake neighborhood in southeast Kennewick. When authorities got to the scene, they say Clay had already gone into hiding near the canyon there. While refusing to comply with officers' commands, Clay fired several rounds in the direction of the officers. Clay was eventually found with what is believed to be a self-inflicted gunshot wound. The Washington State Patrol is planning to dedicate its new forensic laboratory this week. According to State Patrol, a total of 7 people will be hired to work in the new $4 million building, 4 technical and 3 administrative positions. When it's fully up and running, WSP expects the new lab will further reduce the backlog of genetic evidence. The new lab will reduce turnaround testing times to between 60 and 90 days. Employer groups in Washington State are challenging a 2022 EPA rule instituting higher water quality standards for wastewater discharge in Washington State. The rule went into effect in December of last year when the EPA said the agreed-upon standards set by Washington State in 2016 were insufficient. But the plaintiffs in the lawsuit say the new standards are too high, and some of them can't even be measured by modern technology. The Pacific Northwest has had some increasingly rainy weather, and that's caused some dangerous conditions across the region. Monday, floodwaters in Portland led to a man drowning after emergency crews could not rescue him. People witnessed a man struggling in a creek. A friend of the man says he was helping homeless campers in the area when he got too close to the water. The Clackamas Fire Department sent swift water rescue boats, but they hit debris and were forced to retreat. There are three events this week designed to help those struggling to find affordable food this winter. Second Harvest will be distributing food boxes in Toppenish today, Thursday in Yakima, and Friday in Ellensburg. There will be about 250 boxes available at each event, and it's first come, first served. It's the 14th year Washington's beef community and Second Harvest have partnered up to do Beef Counts, mobile drive-through distribution events that give people in need more than just produce and non-perishables.
Good Wednesday morning, everyone. Well, we're getting some at least light this morning. We have pretty calm conditions. Most of our shower activity has moved up into the northeast. We do have a little bit of showers kind of remaining, very light, Yakima, Toppenish, even on the outskirts of Ellensburg and Connell. Still seeing a little bit of heavy showers. Mid-Columbia, though, in the Blue Mountain region, not seeing any shower activity right now. We'll see it return in the next couple of hours. A little bit more sustained in our late afternoon, early evening, then more scattered showers as we get to our overnight period into our Thursday. Look at these temperatures staying warm right around that 50-degree mark or upper 40s for most of our cities. Ellensburg lagging a little bit behind, but that is due in part to a dense fog advisory. Good until noon this morning, so temperatures there are going to stay cool till that fog breaks. We have 40% visibility right now, very thick if you're headed towards the mountains, so Cascades. Other than that, looking pretty good visibility-wise, 60% visibility in the Tri-Cities. So as we move along in our morning, we are seeing light winds. Yakima was having heavy winds about an hour ago. They've slowed down, but we do expect to see 15 to 25 mile-per-hour winds as we get into tomorrow. Let's take a look at those highs. We're in the mid to lower 50s for the Yakima Valley, 47 for Ellensburg. Over in the mid-Columbia, we're right in those mid to lower 50s as well, as we are staying about 10 degrees above our average and upper 50s for Walla Walla. We're going to continue to get less hot, but as we move into Friday, but we're still going to be above our average. By Saturday, though, most of our cities will be below our average. Could even see a little rain-snow mix in the morning hours. But folks, get ready for a warm, wet Wednesday. Winds return tomorrow. Riley.
Thanks for watching us and waking up with us at Good Morning Northwest. GMA is next, and your local news is back at 5.